Happy Monday. I am making my second cup of coffee and I am very backlit right now, but basically have been doing the normal Monday morning things. Oh, I just like inhaled stevia. Normally I have two hands to do that with, but right now I'm trying to vlog with one and it's not working out clearly. But normal Monday morning things, I had class at 8:30 this morning at the law school, then went to the gym afterwards. I am very sore from like two very intense workouts. So upper body and lower body were sore. But I took the day completely off yesterday, so I wanted to do something today, so I just went to the gym and I did the like 12, 3, 30, I don't know the order of those numbers, that is like all over TikTok and Instagram. It's basically just like incline walking. So good cardio basically, and had like a podcast on while I did that, which is great. It's just like a nice, especially because I'm not running anymore because it is very cold and I don't like running on treadmills. So I only run outside, and I haven't been running outside because it's very cold. So it's a good way to still get a little bit of cardio in. And I'm like, my bangs are not quite sitting right. If anyone has bangs and like manages to like make them look good all the time, I envy you, because I struggle with mine so much. Like I even like used the like straightener on them this morning and they still are being weird, and like they don't just like, I have a lot of bang, but it clumps instead of like spreading out across my forehead. This is not relevant to law school things, sorry, but it's a significant struggle in my life, clearly. So did that, came home, showered, and did my reading for tomorrow's criminal law class. And I am about 30 minutes out from starting my 2 classes, so I'm going to throw together something for lunch, probably just a salad. That's kind of my like go-to lunch, just because it's really easy and simple and whatnot. So that's what the day is shaping up to be so far. So I got good news in between my 2 classes, and that is that one of the places that I applied to on Friday reached out and offered me an interview this week. So I am going to, hopefully, I responded with my availability, so hopefully going to have a call with them on Wednesday. So that's cool. It's always nice to feel like I'm making a little bit of progress, and so knowing that my like intensive work on Friday it was not completely in vain, so that's exciting. I feel like it is in some ways sad that I've been home for over 3 weeks at this point and I still have a cat crate like set up in the back of my car. I should probably do something about that at this point, but anyways, we're driving home from class and there's construction on my street, which there's always construction. I hate this area. I'm moving at the end of this year. Like I'm done. But there's construction, so they closed like half the roads near me, and it's so difficult to get home. And any time that I like just like go on autopilot and try to drive home the way that I'm supposed to, I end up having to go like the most roundabout way possible. Like it's supposed to be like a 5-minute drive to campus, and it's taken me like 15 to get home at least. So that's fun. And now we're just stopped in the middle of the road because the construction truck has just stopped. We've just come to a complete, I hate this place. I really do. I don't think I've actually mentioned that in a vlog. So, you get me like ranting in traffic, because traffic is the thing that like brings out my frustration the most. But yeah, I don't like the area that I live in, and I'm really excited to look for new apartments and live in a different part of St. Louis. So that's life. But very, yeah, not keen on this, and the compounding of like roads being closed for construction and like not being able to get back to my apartment in a reasonable amount of time. Like being close to campus was the whole reason I like moved to where I did, and the fact that it takes, and someone's blocking, there's a car just straight up blocking my parking I hate it here. I hate it here. Oh, okay. I think I'm gonna park. My apartment complex does have like parking out front, and I'm literally just here to change so I can go to the gym. So there's not really much parking out front, but it looks like there is at least one place where I can squeeze my car. So at least one thing can go right on this drive. So anyways, yeah, pay attention to where there's going to be construction when you're trying to figure out where you want to move, because if you're surrounded by it, you're just going to hate your life. This vlog is off to a great start. Yeah, so but yeah, in brighter news, I like locked down the interview that I have scheduled for Wednesday. So that's 2 interviews that I have this week, which is a big jump from 0 interviews for the last couple of weeks. And then also I have to write a paper for my criminal law class, and so I'm setting up an appointment to meet with that professor and just like go over my topic idea and make sure it's like actually something I can write about. And that's kind of the vibe. And then I've got I'm helping plan an event for one of the student orgs that I'm in. We're doing some really cool stuff around the Supreme Court, so I need to email some professors about that today, that like people we potentially want as panelists. It's so cool like being at a school where there are just like so many really smart people doing really cool things, because there's no shortage of, not even in the aspect of like planning the events, but like going to events too. There's just no shortage of like really cool things to learn about. And I'm not necessarily the type of person who like, you know, I'm not like this, like a stereotypical like Ravenclaw who like loves learning about like anything and everything, but I do have like some like things that I'm like very specifically interested in. A lot of them have to do with like political stuff and like constitutional law issues, and my school keeps putting on some really cool stuff related to that, and so it's like really fun to be like right in the middle of that, like academically, which is something that I think I kind of missed. I didn't have that a lot when I was out of school, but I do now, and it's fun, and it's a nice way to like, especially in 1L year when you're like being forced to take certain classes because that's like what the 1L curriculum is, that I like know are not my, like no, aren't the things that I want to study, especially last semester, because at least this one I have con law, which is like genuinely a topic that I like, and kind of could see myself doing in a career aspect. Like property, torts, and contracts were things that are like new. There's no way that like that's what I'm doing, and so like the school putting on like events related to other things that are like more related to what I want to do legal career wise, really, really cool, and a really great way to like not like bring it all around and not feel like you're studying things that are just completely not related to what you want to do with your life. So I'm glad I spun this little clip around. Like we started with me ranting and we ended up with me like talking about cool things. So there we go. Positivity, it's a good thing. Change your attitude and change your day and make it better. I literally popped a lifesaver in my mouth like right before I hit record on this, because I really thought that through well. So if my voice sounds a little weird, it's because I've literally got a mint like under my tongue. Good thinking on my part. Anyways, I am sitting at my desk. I like randomly decided, I was listening to a podcast, the Yoga Girl Daily podcast. It's like a 6-minute podcast that like comes out every day. And one of the things I'm trying to add into my schedule is like doing that as soon as my classes are done for the day. Just like a nice little like mindfulness moment as soon as I'm like able to step back from everything. And it was like, what do you need right now? Go do it. And I was just like, I need to go drive. Like, I just need to go get out for a little bit. And so I literally just drove around for half an hour. And then I went and got food. And I came back here. And now I'm finally getting started on my reading, which is 45 pages of constitutional law. I don't know what it is this semester. I think it might be the fact that like professors know that we've been in law school for a semester now, and so like asking us to read a lot isn't the same as it was, you know, trying to ask like someone who's been in law school for 2 weeks to try to read 40 pages worth of cases in a night. It's a little different because we've got a whole semester of experience under our belts, and so definitely have noticed most of my professors give a lot more readings than my professors did at the beginning of last semester, so they can get away with that now. So yeah, anyways, the rest of my night is going to be trying to get through all of this, which will be a lot. And then I have blue booking homework to do. It's not due till Sunday, but I like getting it done early, so I'm gonna try to knock it out tonight. I literally did so much of that reading that I changed into pajamas halfway into it, but it's done now, all 45 pages of it, so good night. Good morning. Wednesdays are my morning off, but this morning I am doing job applications, so it's like 8, no it's 9 right now. So I've been working on them for about an hour. I'm really trying hard. So I have a tendency to kind of put all my eggs in one basket. I did this a lot in like college and post-grad, where I like literally like applied to like one place and that's it. And obviously that hasn't been my experience thus far. I've applied to like 30. But I also had a tendency to like, you know, once I got the interview for the place that I wanted, I just like stopped caring about anything else. I feel like I should not do that anymore. I feel like that's not a great mindset. So I'm trying to like work on like continuing to send out applications, even though I do have 2 interviews this week. And the more that I look into the place that I'm interviewing today, I actually really like what they do. And I really like their internship program. So that would be really cool. But yeah, don't want to put all my eggs in one basket, because I think, you know, it's actively harmful. So trying to continue applying to things and making sure that I'm not just like, you know, being like, I have an interview, nothing matters anymore, because that's not true. So today, trying to get, I have 4 applications that I'd like to get done. Realistically, one of them requires like a 500-word essay, and I don't know how likely I am to get that done in the next hour or so. So might only be 3. All of those job applications are out of the way, so it's gym time. Today is a really busy day for a day that's not a heavy class day. It's got a lot. So I have my one class after this, it's just after lunch, and then right after that have my interview for an internship, and then have a break in which I'm trying to get a video filmed, and then after that I'm meeting with one of my professors over office hours to discuss the topic for my paper for that class. And then after that I have all of the reading to do for my 2 other classes tomorrow that I haven't done yet. So it's a jam-packed day. I also got these new sunglasses in my Fashion Pass order that I got in this week, and I'm obsessed with them. They are just huge, and I love me some fun sunglasses. So they're also like super reflective, which is what I'm enjoying watching in the camera while I film. Just like, you can see it all. It's okay, it has been a day. Yeah, so I think I love that I've completely lost track of when I last filmed an update, but I think it was before I interviewed. So yeah, had the interview. I think it went well. I also have this very weird thing. I don't know if anybody else experiences this. I black out completely during interviews. Like, obviously I like, you know, am saying things and have been told from experience that in general I do well in interviews. If you ask me what I said in an interview, I probably could not tell you. I don't know if it's just adrenaline or what, but it's something about it like just does not go into like long-term memory at all, which is wild. So anyways, but it was all a phone interview, which is great. I love phone interviews in particular because I can just like pace while I'm answering questions, which just gets a little bit of extra nerves out instead of, you know, having to be in front of a Zoom camera and like look the part as well. And then after that, I was going to film a video and just wasn't feeling it today. Yeah, I mean, I'm like not, I could have filmed in this obviously, but like I just wasn't feeling it. So I figured I would just wait and do it at another time because I'm not like, you know, it's not like it has to be done like today. So I decided to push that off. I feel like this whole video has just been like me seeming like I'm not, like I'm just pushing everything off and like not being on top of things, and I swear that that's not the case. It's just, that's just how I prioritized certain things this week. And then I had my meeting with my professor and he approved my paper topic, which is cool. So it means that I can just keep going and like start doing more research on it, which is exciting. Basically we had to like pick our own topic in criminal law, and I'm not super interested in criminal law as just like a practice area. However, criminal justice reform is something I think is really cool and much needed. And so that's kind of where the idea for my paper came from, and kind of looking at it from a policy perspective. So got that approved, which is good. Then I had, for a slight change of pace, instead of having readings for one of my classes, we were listening to oral arguments from the Supreme Court. And I listen better when I'm also doing something else. And so I literally like went for a drive and just drove around for an hour and listened to Supreme Court arguments. So that was the time. Came back here, finished the rest of my reading. And that's the rest of my day. And I have a fairly early start again tomorrow. So gotta get ready for that. So I'm gonna go to bed soon-ish. Actually, I think I have, it's 9 o'clock. I have like 2 episodes of Schitt's Creek left before I finish the show. I might finish the show tonight. I think that might be a move. I might like slightly regret it because it'll mean I go to bed a little bit later than normal, but I think it's worth it. I think this is the move. Whew, okay, it has been a day. I have like not filmed at all day, and it's like 5 o'clock, like the sun is going down. So we've been at this whole life thing for a while now, and I didn't bring the camera out. Yeah, it's been fairly busy. Had class this morning, came home, had therapy, then watched an episode of Gilmore Girls. Originally I was going to read, and the theme of this week seems to be me not doing what I'm supposed to be doing. So I'll do the reading tonight probably. But then after that, had back-to-back classes. Literally just the whole day got away from me, but I am now going to head to the gym. So very different workout time than normal. It's also really funny because I used to be like an evening workout person. Like this used to be like my time. Like I would like get off of work at 5:30 and I would immediately go to the gym, and it was totally fine. And like, it was just how I functioned. And now I'm like getting ready to go to the gym at this hour, and I'm like so tired. Like I'm like, why, who works out this late? You did, ma'am. Literally like a couple months ago. Don't know what happened, but anyways, I'm gonna go anyways because I know I'll feel better once I go. And also I have pre-workout, so we'll knock the tiredness right out of me with a bunch of caffeine, because that's healthy. I just got so frustrated today. So just like being in, I was in a breakout group, and it was with like 3 guys, and like none of them were listening to me. Like I was like trying to like talk and contribute to the conversation, and literally just like nothing. It was great. So I love that for me. And And it's funny because you have sections. So you have like people you get, like you have people you know and that you're in class with a lot. And it's like, there are people that I like, you know, you get put in a group with and you're just like, you know, like you already know. That's fun. That's just a fun little quirk of law school. So there are times where I feel like I'm definitely like fighting to be heard and to like have a voice in the conversation. It's also funny because like normally like group work's not my favorite thing. Like I would much rather either A, just do it by myself, or like B, just like be in like the broader class setting. But there's something in my brain that like if I try to contribute and you like cut me off and like try to like talk over me, like all of a sudden I care so much more. So I'm like suddenly like 5 times more involved in the conversation than I meant to be. So that's fun. But anyways, just some generalized grievances with life on that one, but it's okay. We're gonna get past it. People are like that. It's not the first time in my life, unfortunately, that I have been talked over, and I'm getting used to it. And I'm getting pretty good at making people listen to me anyways. So that's always fun. I'm back from the gym, and this is one of those truly nerdy things that I like have no right to be as excited about as I am. But my civil procedure professor, who has for the semester so far basically been doing our reading assignments piecemeal, like basically at the end of each class being like, this is what you're gonna read for next time. Finally decided to post a full syllabus of the whole semester, so I finally can like fill out my whole little like file reading tracker thing with everything for the entire semester and can like visualize it all. And I'm so excited. Like this is genuinely such a weird thing for me to have gotten so pumped about, but we're excited. Also, this cat is like in his like most needy right now. Like he's headbutting everything on my desk, trying to get everything to pet him. I don't know, but yeah, so I think the method here at this point is to annoy him, because if you annoy him enough and you give him too much attention, then he decides he doesn't want it anymore. So it's like a ragdoll hack is when they demand attention from you and get really annoying about it, you just get just as annoying right back. Just may regret it, and it's great. This makes me sound like a really, really great pet owner. I swear they love me and I love them, but sometimes you just gotta smother them with love to get them to leave you alone. Okay, we gotta stabilize that because I'm sitting at a stoplight and eventually it's gonna turn green, and when I have to go, I would like this camera to not fall over, but it's probably going to anyways. So we're gonna hold it steady so that I can get where I'm going. Happy Friday afternoon. I have just left the gym. These glasses really look so weird when they reflect. Like they're so very reflective that I like look like, I feel like I look like I'm wearing like those like, I don't, some order of numbers. But I don't, it never falls when I have it like sitting on my dashboard. Maybe, I think it's probably, okay, trying this again, not moving. Now we're just sitting out in front of my apartment, but I had my 2 classes this morning, went to the gym and did another thing of the 12, 3, 30, 3, 12, 30, whatever order you're supposed to say those numbers in. That's something I've been doing, like I used to do a lot, was just get on the treadmill and just crank up the incline and walk for a little bit. And then I forgot about it, and I've done it like 3 times this week. So I appreciate that TikTok trend for like making it a thing again and reminding me that it exists, because it really is like a great workout. And what I really enjoy is that it lends itself really nicely to multitasking, which sometimes I just need to do. So I can either have like a podcast going, or I can read a book, or I can do what I did today, which is respond to different things. So I was literally like doing emails for almost 30 minutes. So it's just a nice way to like get a workout in and you know, do all the other stuff that you need to do too. And then did a whole ab circuit, which will go up on my Instagram eventually, and I'm just gonna do the little Instagram plug because I love plugging my own Instagram. That's where all my workouts go, so you should give that a follow if you want some new fun workout content. Anyways, now I am back home, and I really shouldn't just be sitting here filming because I'm kind of on a time crunch, because my school is putting on a conversation with a judge. So they've been doing that all throughout the month, and so I went to one yesterday, I'm going to another one today. This one's hosted by one of the professors that is just she's great. She's also my like faculty mentor through my like scholarship program, so she was like matched with me based on things that we're both interested in, and so a lot of her work is around like gender and sexuality studies and like that intersection with the law, and like that's also stuff that I'm really interested in. So obviously that's why we were matched. And so her whole thing today is basically just like women in the judiciary in general. And so I'm super excited for that. A clerkship, like working for a judge, is something that I want to do after graduation. So I'm like trying to get as much information about it now and like meet as many like judges as possible, just because it's like good to, you know, kind of get a sense of what's out there. Because it's definitely like probably the most stressful thing I'm going to be applying for, because judicial clerkships are like a big deal. So that's nice and stressful. But also the fun thing is, because it is 1:30 now and this is at 2:30, I realized as I was on my way home that I'm not gonna have time to like shower properly, to the point where like I need to wash my hair today. I'm not gonna have time to do that. And I have like these little pigtail French braids in, which are like, you know, a good like gym look, whatnot. Not so much for like a professional look, so that's gonna be a little funny. I'm gonna be like in like a blazer over Zoom with these little pigtail braids, because yeah, we're expected to like look relatively professional, which like makes sense. We're like meeting with like important people, so it's fitting that I would need to look relatively professional. But anyways, it's going to be a nice contrast with the little pigtail braids. It's a good look for me. All right, it's been a while. I have laundry going. You can hear that in the background. Just great sound effects. I am like big time obsessed with this sweatshirt. It is from Dream Clothing, which they donate a bunch of their, like a portion of their sales to a bunch of like mental health organizations, so really cool. And also like, you know, super cute design. It's like black tie-dye and it's got this little skull with all the roses on it, and I love him. I love this little skull. So love cute clothing. And also there's a cat just like roaming around a table in the background. What are you doing? Yeah, the conversation with the judge was really great and useful. And then I had things on my to-do list and I didn't do any of them, and I watched a bunch of episodes of Gilmore Girls, and now I'm cleaning the apartment, because sometimes I just don't have time to do that during the week, and then it just gets really messy really quickly. So there was a lot of things things needed to be put away and moved around and all that good stuff. So that's what we're doing tonight, and I am ending the vlog here. So I hope you enjoyed. If you did, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more from me, hit that subscribe button down below. I will see you on Wednesday for another new video, and on Saturday for yet another vlog. Bye.